Здравейте на всички, аз съм Резерекском и добре дошли в епизод номер 17 на Ако Ви. Предния епизод понапреднахме доста с Алан, срещнахме се с господин Врата, който честно казано май по-скоро само още повече не обърка, ама подробности на. И след това отидохме в Налес апартамента, в нашия апартамент, там поразгледахме някои други работи и да, нямам си никаква представа. Ти се държи се едно сме Том, иска да участва пак в някакъв филм, не знам, объркан съм. Прехвърляхме се после с Сага и започнахме да разчистваме за опшена квеста, обаче аз разкрих мапа, взех повечето от нещата. Може би е тука. Аз на този остров, че не съм ходил. То не знам дали изобщо мога да отида всъщност. Да, общо взето останем само толкова от стаж и все още имам това. Но както да е, майната му на него. Разбира се, тук имаме сега. Тук няма нищо интересно. Имаме менускрипт, имаме и кейсборд неща, които да слагаме. Така че ще започнем първо с тях, преди да продължим с мисията. И да, общо взето, наследите се удобно, надявам се да се забавляйте. Който не се е записал за канала, може да го направи. Лайкчета, дизлайкчета, коментари долу и какво става. Unread. Coskella's break into the FBC lab. What? Coskella's break into the FBC lab.
When the government seized the land around Cauldron Lake and set up their laboratory there, Koskela knew they knew something. Together with his brother, they felt obliged to take a look inside. The Federal Bureau of Control Security was a joke. The Koskelas walked in delivering coffee. Back in Watery, they pored over the stack of files they grabbed. The FBC was researching something in the lake, something they called the Shadow. Everyone who went into the lake came back a monster. Hartman had gone into the lake. He'd come back bad. The FBC had captured him, interrogated him. Based on his ravings, Barbara Jagger had gone into the lake as far back as the 60s. She'd come back bad. The writer, Alan Wake, had gone into the lake. He'd faced Jagger, pushed some mystic light switch into a hole in her chest, flicked the switch and gotten rid of her. If Wake ever came back, he was bound to be bad as well.
Ooh, foreshadowing. Cynthia Slump.
When Cynthia Weaver was downstairs at breakfast, Rose snuck into her room. With all the lamps in the room, it took her a while to find the one with an angel. Luckily, the dream Alan had sent her had been very clear. Rose was certain that Cynthia would not miss one lamp. She had so many. Tonight, Rose would put the lamp in a shoebox and let it sink into the garden pond. That's what Alan wanted. That's how she could help him. The thought made her whole body buzz with joy. Cynthia knew the lamp was missing the very moment she came back to her room. She was overcome by grief. It had been Tom's lamp, one of the few things that reminded her of him. It had not worked in a long time with the cord severed and the light switch gone. But there are other kinds of lights than the ones we can see. The invisible light of the angel lamp had held Cynthia together all these years. With tears welling in her eyes, she didn't see the shadows shifting in the corners of her room.
Окей, значи лампата фактически, която ползваме с Алан да променяме самите локации, тя е била на Синтия и я държала, тя е била на Том, ти ни я даде на нас, гледайки на нас като Том. My brain hurts. Трудно е да се с пилешки мозък.
The 81st annual Deer Fest was just around the corner. Everyone in Bright Falls was bustling. There were banners to be hung, pies baked, deer masks sold. Bright Falls had made the top 100 American small town list for its modest rustic charm. The town expected a lot of tourists this year, but a shadow hung over the Deer Fest preparations. The forecast promised rain. Fearful whispers promised more murders. The police were on high alert. Sheriff Breaker had deputies patrolling the streets at night. Bright Falls was no stranger to odd happenings, but to cancel Deerfest? Out of the question. The townsfolk were anxious, their anticipation mixed with fear. People had restless dreams. The lights seemed dimmer. Floodwater pressed in on the town, and the shadows poured in with it. Every night was bingo night at the Valhalla nursing home. Each time Rose drew a ball from the cage and called out its number, some of the residents shouted bingo, no matter what was on their cards. Some of them sat mute, their cards full, never calling out. Some of them would try to steal the ball from her. Some of them would chastise the others for acting out. It was like herding a clouder of cats. Rose didn't mind. She liked cats. She knew she was where she was supposed to be, with her little Vikings, waiting for the hero to come. Tonight, the residents were restless, more so than usual. Ati was wearing Blum's coveralls again. Tor stood by the phone. Too late. Rose saw the hammer in his hand. The garden lights started to flicker. The darkness and rain pressing against the windows. The time drew nigh.
А то е когато Тор разплясква.
It's 1988. A face-off between deities on the rim of Cauldron Lake, high above its dark waters. Thunder roared. The old gods facing something even more powerful. Something harder to define even. Or, changing the perspective, raving lunatics all, caught up in the frenzy of a shared delusion. The old gods, the corsairs of the Sea of Night, and the Dark One who yearned to stand in between, who had always stood in between, who would soon stand in between. We help you, you stay away from our family, Tor Anderson snarled over the thunder. Yes, until you all come to me, came the answer. That's never gonna happen, shouted Odin. I will take this as collateral. Shall you remember our deal, said the Dark One. Blood arched from Odin's face as he fell to his knees. Lightning hit the dark figure on the cliff. And with that, he was gone. Tor rushed to his brother. Are you alright, bro? Effectively blind in that moment, the eye patch covering his left eye, his hand over the now empty socket of his right, blood oozing out of it. Odin cursed. The bastard took the wrong eye.
Добре, така. Тук сега какво имам?
Get the clicker to wake and make him fix his attempt to play God. That's the plan. But the FBC have him.
Get wake out of the FBC custody. Само че той не find evidence. Fact vs. Fiction. Тия са за по-късно. The Cult of 3. Not instructing cultists to take the writer out. Добре. Намерихме луната. Те друго няма. The Story. Добре. И трябва да са сташове. Така. Да сложим новите кукли. Цели 3 набре. Ставят ми още 5. Чакайте. Кълдра. Брайт Фолс даже го направихме. Идеалка. Water Run. Съм намерил. Кълдран Лейк има още... Да, има още 4. Добре. Еби, то е 10 точки. Аз всъщност къде трябваше? Go to the Sheriff Station. Sheriff Station беше... Те точно отгоре.
Those people just burst in here and expect us to clean up after.
Чай сега, моля тук е те отзад да мина. И там да се отворя вратата, защото сега като имам Bird Cutter. Хоп. Клъц. Бра, мас. Бра.
There's another cult stash.
Така. Overprivileged town hall folks complaining about poor TV reception, hopefully due to the paint job. Тук фото with the giant pool statue, the park. А то е... Чакай, то е тук и те нямаше ли? Йоп, те не трябва да са си някъде.
She wouldn't just wander off and not tell, especially after all the weirdness of the lodge.
Совдари долу, брат. Късмет. Чу, ти ко правиш тук? Всичко наблюдава през дупката, да, бе, не. Вау. Коста. Лут ли си? Или съм разрешил в полистейшното и трябва да му намеря. Пробвах се да ги нацеля. Йохо! Шерифозаурус Рекс. Баско тъмно учи. СКРАЧ!
Power's out. Always a good sign.
То всичко е аут мен, ако ме питам. Там има някакви деца дават.
Anyone here?
All clear, Estevez.
Къде си е, мацка?
Agent Estevez? Is that you? That leg doesn't look good.
Feels even worse, but thanks for saving the rest of me.
Та с контролката.
We should talk.
Аха.
What happened here?
We came to check out a system alert at Cauldron Lake, but it's worse than we could handle. Real boondoggle. The police, my own agents, most were invaded before we could even react.
Have you found my partner, Agent Casey?
Yeah, we found him. Out in the woods. He had a close encounter with the Shadow. Did something to him.
Is he okay?
He's alive. We took him down to the morgue for an examination. Haven't heard anything since the attack.
What did the FBC come here to do?
Bright Falls is the site of a recurring altered world event. The shadow is stronger than we expected. We're low on resources, problems at HQ. But we do have equipment for dealing with the shaded threat. We were just caught off guard before we could set it up.
Where is Wake? I know what's going on here. Wake can fix this.
Alan Wake is a para-utilitarian. The word's a mouthful, so you know it's serious. We have him locked up in the holding cells per protocol. He's connected to the shadow in some way.
Oof.
Estevez, I need to see Wake. How do I get into the cell block?
Okay. Protocols don't mean that much at this point anyway. Don't make me regret this, Anderson. Until the power's back on, the door to the holding cells won't open. There's a fuse box downstairs in the basement. Here, you'll need these keys.
Back into the morgue, huh? Fantastic.
Woo! Sounds like fun. Well, that's a dead cop. Добре. Ана, тук какво беше? Тъй, тук сега какво имаме? Да, тази врата беше заключена. О, помпягата! Помпягата в газягата. I'll awaken the good connection 17,000. C файл 350. Някой от те ще е кода, нали? Те с какво се дават там. Въпросът е дека е. A, B, C. Don't for... Те стан какво избухват. A1, B, 2, C, 3 и 9. Да, бек. Брюа фреш пот.
Holding cells. Is that where they're keeping Wake?
Да.
Door is locked though.
Отиваме до Моргалес.
Did you read me, Anderson?
I read
Nope.
you. Have you had our frequency this entire time?
Eavesdropping is a big part of the job. But no, I got it from your partner. Anderson, look for a fuse to replace the blown out one in the fuse box. That should get the power going again.
Yeah, on it.
Не може да бъде. Лъжиш. Усещам как ме лъжиш. Чай сега. Болтката. Нищо не виждам. Тега. До тук добре.
Another one of those cult boxes.
Ти представяш ли? Ко? Аха, добре. Надявам се, че тук не е фусето. Защото ще си изям очите. Те преди да слезем там долу. Ти се разумеем? Шобокс. Добре. Ще трябва да е паник рум. Примерно. Голяма аптечка. Слазам надолу. Окей, сегата трябва да е тук. 4. Търсим фусе.
Casey! Is that you?
Anderson?
Hold your fire! I'm coming in!
Отвори, бе. Бе, къмени, ама ние трябва да намерим фусе. Тъй, че докато не намерим фусето, не се заиграете. Що е където сме някъде? Не мога да ползвам някой от тези вече съм. Фусетата. Ю.
Hey, Anderson. Like what I've done with the place?
Could use a bit more light.
Funny.
Stay put, Casey. I'll let you know when it's safe.
I'm not going anywhere.
How are you holding up?
Don't give me that worried look, Anderson. It's a flesh wound. Gave me a chance to have a nice chat about ex-wives with Kieran. Agent Estevez, I mean.
Making new friends, huh? I'm jealous. Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. What's the situation on your end?
Profiling. Huh.
What happened at the hotel?
Wake was telling the truth about the cult being after him. That thing, the dark presence, it's real too. I saw it. A fucked up monster cloud. Wake tried to warn me. It knocked me out. FBC found me in the woods later.
Watery turned out to be a good lead. Found the clicker. And the cult. But the horror story's changing reality. Like Wake said it would. Logan, the story claims she died here. But we can stop it.
Wait, Saga. What do you, Logan is gone. She has been. For a long time.
Casey's affected by the horror story too. I'm fighting for them all now. I'm gonna fix this, Casey. You, Logan, all of it. I just need to get the power back on first.
Yeah, give him hell, Anderson. Just remember, some things in life can't be fixed with a light switch. As for the power problem, here. I found a fuse on those poor bastards there.
Добре.
I'll take care of it.
Лягай там. В дупката. Уи, пуф. Фусе. What?
Anderson, good news, bad news. You can get to the cell block now, but the shaded hostiles that were in there are on the loose.
Thanks for the heads up.
Юху. Баскефа. Коста Ескобар, Пабло Ескобар, Скуби, моя фар. Чакай, имам идея. Ще го ползвам. Игнайт Сифлея! Flame of Doom, you shall not pass.
Situation is under control, Estevez. Coming back up.
Copy.
Видяхте ли как ги сцепих? Презареди маца. Тук трябва да разбера на котон. Често казвам, не му се занимава. После мога да си ги направя за така си. Тото е за achievement. Надявам се.
Anderson, over here.
Естевизо.
Got a little cramped in that closet.
Дай да ти помогна да надупча и другия.
Is the FBC sending any help?
Nope.
We were the help. Well, less than the lake house. But we still have bureau gear specifically engineered to fight this threat. It's stored in the backlog. We're setting it up when the Taken interrupted. We have light arrays, a containment cell, etc., etc. We are not out of this fight yet.
What's at the lake house?
It's a bureau research facility at Cauldron Lake set up to study the effects of this AWE. When I got into town, I went there for backup.
Когато не знаеш какъв инсулт да кажеш просто майка.
Taken by the shadow. Lost a lot of agents.
The Shadow of Mordor. Той не мога го наглася, значи. Десна. Да потие половина.
What's going on?
We had a hell of a time avoiding those Taken. Ended up back here. Anyway, I wanted to warn you that we have the Koskela brothers in the cells as well. They're the ringleaders of the cult of the tree.
Мацка, коста там отзада.
Wish me luck.
According to the luck and probability department, it's statistically bad luck to wish people good luck during a crisis.
Thanks.
Искаш ли флашлайт в очите? What? Teleportation на джетса.
An electrical lock system with no failsafe. Smart.
Бра. Все пак имаше нещо. Салма Хаяк.
Saga! Fucking FBI, FBC, your government fucks all fucking this up for us! Let us the fuck out!
You're the leaders of the cult. You're not going anywhere.
Wake will ruin everything. Get rid of him, Saga! You fucking shot me. Typical government stooge. Send me out so I can kill him, that fucker! You come to our town and act like you know what you're dealing with, but you have no fucking idea! Let us out! You can't stop it, none of you can. We can take care of this. We've been preparing for this.
Вземи този флашлайт в глата. Не мога го гръмна. Ти си някакъв чул. Къде е Алан?
Saga.
Алан.
Do you have it?
Не му го дай.
Need to find the key.
Добре, страхотно.
You wrote Logan into the story. You told me yourself from the dark place.
Listen, Scratch is coming. He's close. He's almost here.
My daughter is dead because of you. She's a child. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Trying to fix this. We'll fix it. I'll save everyone, but we're running out of time. I need the clicker.
Не. Не мога да ама. Най-вероятно ще мога да
You
дадеш.
will fix this. You will save my daughter.
Ама той не е Алан.
Yes, I promise. But we're out of time.
Мацка, защо не questionваш той, че... Не му го дам.
Don't fucking give it to him! He's a fucking monster, Saga!
Wake?
Yup.
There it is! We've been waiting for you, motherfucker! I'm gonna fucking destroy you!
Скрачи, бой! Яко мляко. Saga. Run. Защо ти е пайп?
Shit. It's Scratch. He was pretending to be Wake. The plan is fucked. Estevez, come in. Scratch is here. How do I stop him?
Bad news. The containment unit isn't prepped, but the light array should affect him.
How do I activate the lights?
I can turn...
Mamo! Helvete! What? The fuck am I supposed to do? Scratch. Млъкни. Ау. Припомпи го! Припомпи го! Give me the cracker!
Need to activate those cubes.
Как да ги активирам?
I found the lights. How do... He's too fast. Got one.
Та е стала.
Two more to go.
Ясно. Get yoinked. Презареди. Сага!
Another core activated.
Only one left. Doing great.
Yahoo! И биса в газа! Той даже мое застане точно там, където трябва. Найс! That's some deep shit.
Scratch was here. He'll be back.
She's dead.
What the fuck do we do now?
End of chapter 6. 7. Sing double. Ето някаква яка музичка. Сета. Някаква яка музичка сета. Wake attacked.
Scratch's wake's double. He tricked us. He almost got the clicker from me. The whole plan has gone out the window.
Yep.
How could we get this so wrong?
Textbook boondoggle.
You said it, Anderson. It's a shit show. So what's the plan?
Scratch pretended to be Wake to trick us.
He almost won me over. I should have trusted my gut. I had a bad feeling about him when we found him at the lake. When that insane monster cloud came at me in the woods, I saw a face inside it. Wake. I think he was always a monster. Always Scratch.
Yep. То са Алан. Другия Алан го виждаш в...
The FBC usually handles stuff like this, right?
сънищата си.
Any thoughts?
Hold up. You brought a paranatural object in here without telling me and then almost handed it over to a hostile entity?
I didn't know if I could trust you. That was a mistake. So was believing Scratch. But it's not too late. I just need to understand more.
You got that right. Let's start acting like we're on the same side, yeah?
Yeah.
The horror story's changing reality. It made it so my daughter died here, even though she's supposed to be back home in Virginia. Do you know if that's
AWEs are localized distortions of reality. The area outside town might not be affected. Sometimes they expand, sometimes they fizzle out. If we can make sure it's the latter, your kid might be fine.
Uh-huh.
The whole thing is a nightmare. I can't let my family be torn apart.
Having family isn't easy in this line of work. The late nights,
Bubble.
travel, alternate realities threatening their existence. My ex-wife couldn't take it.
Karen,
Your ex-wife.
you're better off without her. I know I am.
Why? Why
So tell me what I'm
Delilah?
missing. The FBC must know something.
Good news, we have Bureau intel on all of this. Bad news,
Bra.
it's highly classified. Good news, consider yourself deputized into the Federal Bureau of Control. Here's a key to the cell where you keep the file. Happy reading.
Okay. Thanks. Go
Аз съм
team.
контролка. Той ключа за оная, за ключа, так? Да. Чай сега малко. Тук имам някакви работи за правене. Wake
Don't need to go
in
over
the
all this
clicker.
again.
Ма сега си ги подрежда. Баско си ги подрежда самичка.
Yep. Already got the answer.
Nice. Wake attacked. Scratch boy. Scratch or wake. Wake. The clicker. The thing that profiles someone. Find evidence. Ignore evidence. Cool to ID. ABC linking cult activity. Така. Какво имаме друго? The story of someone is to die.
Right.
Може би и тук.
The dark
That's
presence is
done.
vulnerable against bright light. At least that makes sense.
Чуга! Ако са възможно. Така. Имаме манускрипт. Шериф Стейшън атак. Вече го преживяхме направото. Холи балсак. Да, то те като гледам, май те ще ги направим.
I can tell
Знаеш колко
something
ще
is
са
wrong.
дълги.
What's happening to Casey?
I'm a goner.
Че се облегна малко.
A shadow crawling under my skin. In my head. Call my ex. Tell her I'm sorry. Terminal case, Casey.
Something is wrong with him. He's hurt worse than he says. He's scared.
Или просто не е той. Сеши, скрача го оставя за накрая. It's gonna be fun.
I assumed Wake escaped the dark place.
Не.
Is it possible he's still there?
Добре бе, нали го
Big
виждаш?
apple in an ocean of darkness. Gone diving. Note from my editor. You're using the wrong tense. Trapped in a loop. My friends will meet him when I'm gone.
Wake is still trapped in the dark place. Maybe he...
Да, докато не пристигна ти. И фактически ти си неговия изход навън. Maybe. What Scratch wants.
Scratch was pretending to be Wake, manipulating me.
Той е
What does he
kinda
want from me? No! I'm in control here. It's my mind place. He's powerful. Too powerful. Just his presence here makes me feel sick. Like a wave of terror through my head. I feel his single-minded drive to get the clicker.
Yes, to click you all out of this town. Аз тя се стои for later, бе, човек. Тюц. The clicker. Wake is trapped in the dark place.
Wake is trapped in the dark place. He's been reaching out, communicating with me in the overlaps.
How to rescue Wake. Профайл съм. Пак ли е? Кой да профилирам? Нямам кой да профилирам. Трябва да си говоря с него. Мощуци!
You really don't remember Logan living in Virginia with me and David?
I remember you and David having problems. You needed a break. You and Logan moved to Watery and then Logan, oh, that awful thing happened. After you came back to work, I thought you'd be the perfect partner for this case, if you were willing to return to the area.
Okay. That's enough. The story is changing your memories. What you're remembering is fiction. Logan is alive.
Тук скела ли?
I'm not divorced. We never moved here. I remember the truth.
No. Wake or Scratch, whoever that was, said the story could be used to attack us. We all need to question what's real. With
Da.
that said,
Тя той
how
прави.
do we know the story isn't giving you false hope?
I can't convince them. I just need to change the story.
Защото тя не е ефектната от сторито, брачет. И ти не беше доскоро, ама сега си. Hey, чистито! We and away I go! Остава коскела! Пуф! What? Искаш да ми кажеш, че щях да го гръмна?
I'm sorry about your brother, Ilmo.
Yako was all heart. He always went along with my ideas, no matter how stupid they were. Always happy to help. I got carried away. I never think things through.
Time to come clean.
I realize it's a bad time, but I need you to tell me everything about the cult of the tree.
The cult is my craziest idea that ever worked. Look, what kind of a cult calls themselves a cult? Exactly. We protect water in Bright Falls. We're the good guys. A secret neighborhood watch. That was the idea anyways. Look, we've always known about the horror inside the lake. When any Taken come out, we kill them.
You don't turn people into Taken. You kill the ones who already have.
И заради това се издържали толкова много време.
How long has the cult been around for?
Certain folks around here have always known about Cauldron Lake. Before us, it was the Torchbearers. And when I inherited the mission, I wanted to call it a cult. It was genius. Just named it half the work. Made people too scared to go into the woods at night. Business 101. Fear is a great motivator.
Правя.
You were trying to kill Alan Wake. Why?
Nothing good has ever come out of Cauldron Lake. The nightmare that hit Bright Falls in 2010 was all because of his writing. And ever since then, pages of his stories are floating up from the lake, and monsters keep popping out. It's all him, Wake. And if we don't stop him, no one will.
Wake's evil doppelganger Scratch is the threat we're facing. Not Wake. And I will stop him.
I've never heard of anyone called Scratch.
Вече. Вече си го чул.
I'm so sorry, Yako.
Джако мляко. Чакай, къде бяха шибаните киливе? Загубих са мамка му. Тук при Яко мляко има ли нещо? Освен, че нищо не остана от... В на Уейк, Скрач, се тая. Юп. Добре, отваряме тука. Почваме да четем. Читанки. ABC, Dark Presence.
Wake isn't the first person the Dark Presence disguised itself as.
Ауе 35. The Shadow. Redacted. Барбара Зейн. Добре, тук друго няма.
The lake is a gateway to the dark place. What the hell is a para-utilitarian?
Нещо като парапланер, сигурно. Ютариан, примерно. Тъй, айде да видим тук какво се има. How to rescue Wake. Това е... Assume...
Doesn't make sense.
Добре.
I need to know what information.
Така. Talk to someone. Clicker still useful. С кой да говоря, брат? Те всичките са изпаткали. Тук за Ролси.
Doesn't look right.
Добре. Profile someone.
Nah.
Why they want to kill Wake? Тъй. They cannot create them. Тъй. Има още две. Read manuscript. Няма манускрипти, дето да са с неща.
The clicker amplifies any changes to reality suggested by a piece of art. Makes them permanent.
Тъй, тя са заключ... Така. Profile someone. Коскела Store. Добре, да видим Коскела Store.
Ilmo said the cult kills Taken. Is he telling the truth?
Surplus deer masks buy in bulk. We've got a floater, a Taken on the shore. Call the gang, Yako. We are going hunting. Cult of the tree. Keeping the town safe since 2013.
Ilmo is telling the truth about the cult. They really were fighting the Taken. We're on the same side.
Dala. Nightingale came back.
If the cult is killing Taken, then why did Nightingale turn into one?
Private party. Invitation only. Wrong time, wrong place. Time to go, Yako. A job half done isn't done at all.
Nightingale became a Taken because the Bookers interrupted their ritual.
Така, добре. Trusting Wake.
Wake told me the clicker would fix this. But Wake was actually Scratch. How can I trust anything he said?
The artist must conclude his work. He rides a storm on your piece. Wake up and smell the danger.
And smell?
We told you already,
that
kiddo.
also.
What Tom said about the light switch is true. Don't let the story confuse you. You need him to write the ending you want. The clicker can make that ending come true.
But we don't have Wake. Everything we knew about the clicker was true. He wasn't lying.
Вау, браво. 3, Nighting. Тъй, и той е готов. Аз той колко голямо стана. Те повечето вече почнаха да стават някакви Dark Twisted and Crew. Окей. Да. Има място за още някой да профайлна. Така, сега какво правим? Аз не трябва да питам за клюкера. Коста банец. Къде се е? СТВС.
Scratch told me the clicker can be used to change the story. Does that match your understanding of this thing?
Yeah, the light switch is a paranatural item, maybe even an object of
It's
power.
a dick.
We have verified reports that Alan Wake was in possession of it during the AWE here back in 2010.
AWE.
It definitely has power. We know that much.
I can come up with a plan. I always do.
Бра! Come up with a new plan. No, смисъл, готино е. Не ме разбирайте по нещо. Готино е, кеф има. Някой път е някакво супер редикъла за най-малкото нещо. Влизаш в това Mind Place да правиш мамбо-джамбо и после тук става мамбо-джамбо. Не му е набаде. Вау. The clicker is a paranatural item. Power!
The clicker can fix this.
Rescuing Wake.
But I can't use it without Wake. Tor knows about this stuff. Maybe
Torin.
he can help. Wake is still in the dark place.
Айде, Торин.
How do I get him out?
We live and breathe rock and roll. From the silence of screams, from the fever of dreams. The clicker can amp up other works of art, not just Tom's writing. Anything created with passion. The dark power of the lake will make it creep into reality. But if the holder of the clicker believes in the art, they can make it all come true in the flick of a switch.
I can use the clicker without Wake. Only Wake's writing can change the horror story. But I can use the clicker to change something else, like getting Wake out of the dark place.
Whoop, 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 whoop. Deduction available. It's time to end this bullshit. With another bullshit.
I will use the clicker to change reality and bring Wake back at Cauldron Lake. I'll need the right work of art, but that won't be a problem.
Имаш нужда от Некрономикума. Yep, definitely. Некрономикум. Тай, тук не е нищо, там не е нищо.
I've got it now. I just need to tell the others what to do and fix everything.
Сега.
For good.
I've got a plan.
So we need Wake to fix the story, right? That hasn't changed. So here's what I have. Wake's still trapped in the dark place, under the lake. I think we can use the clicker to get him out. But first, we need a work of art. Something other than his story. And that'll get him here.
I'm not filling out the paperwork for this one. Wouldn't know where to start.
Look, this feels like something that once we get the ball rolling, there's no turning back. You sure you have it all figured out?
This is the beginning of the end game. To travel to Cauldron Lake, you need to save your game first. Exploring and traveling to other areas. Ooh.
Not just yet. Give me a moment.
Okay, Anderson.
Okay. End game. Добре. Но това ще е in the next episode.
So the cult of the tree actually kills Taken. They were on our side, even if their methods are misguided and criminal.
It looked right from where we were standing. Nothing's what it seems in this case.
Electric
Too
Boogaloo.
many stories contradicting each other. Too many versions of the truth.
Yes.
We have a lot of catching up to do after this thing is all over. Everything is different now.
Ракия за
My
всички.
family, me,
И всички за
the
ракия.
whole fucking world.
I'll buy the coffee, Anderson. Partners to the end. This case is one for the books.
I see what you did there.
По-скоро този кейс е да не се знае от никой, те че мацка, покривайте после яко надълбоко. Тук спираме с този епизод, защото next time, всъщност аз тук моля се префърля с салката да съм. Люп. The short answer is люп. Добре, ама то те са много тъпо. Трябваше да ми каже, довърши с Алан Тапанар. Окей, добре, както да е. Ще направим с Алан после, да мога да караме до едно и също ниво, те да го кажем, защото смисъл ще е много тъп иначе. Или поне докато не ми изкара една Алан такос и не знам, в смисъл, фащаме я да правим него се тая. Така че да, нямам търпение да видим какво ще се случи накрая. Вие, разбира се, който не се е записал за канала, може да го направи по всяко време. Лайкчета, дизлайкчета, коментари долу и ще се видим за вас в може би предпоследният епизод. Не знам. Ще видим. Така че да, чао от днес за сега.